Hello. Hello, hello, everyone. Beautiful people. I'm so excited to be doing this live. I'm changing my priorities, which is the title of this video. We're on day 8 of the love routine. I wanted to give you guys an update. It has been because, again, I've been doing this love routine update for the past 8 days, but it has not been 8 days since I've been doing the meditation. And the meditation, it's getting kind of stale. But I'm actually not going to complain about the meditation because I'm finding new ways to switch it up within the meditation. However, I did want to say, hello, hello. I did want to say that things are shifting up in my life. Hi, YO. Hi, Vanessa. Things are shifting up. The meditation is doing what it needs to do because I have gotten into this space where I'm like, things need to change. Like, I don't know exactly what. Actually, I do know exactly what. There's just certain things in my life where I'm like, "Hmm, maybe, perhaps, maybe we need to switch up the energy in a way that's, like, really relentless on what we want and, like, really unapologetic, really just like, yeah, I just cannot be bothered by anybody else's opinions. Like, you said I can clearly see that. Yeah, I ended up doing my hair and makeup today in a way that's different. She's tapping into her dark feminine energy. You know what's so funny about the dark feminine energy? Well, one, I just want to say that so there's feminine and then masculine energy. And the men don't really talk about the light and dark masculine. But then when it comes to us women, we're like, "Oh, she's reserved," or like, "Oh, she's acting like more cold. So she must be in her dark feminine," which I find so interesting because like femininity and what I was talking about those past couple of lives, like let me know what you guys think. The last couple of lives I talked about the yin versus the yang. And the yin, which is supposed to represent the feminine, is naturally cold. It is naturally reserved. It is naturally silent, quiet. Um, it doesn't do very much. It's relaxed, um, grounded, all of those things. So I'm really like, and I've seen videos on this, especially on YouTube. They've been recommended to me. It's like tap into your dark feminine, tap into your light. And I'm like, it's feminine energy. It will be feminine energy and then you can shift. I mean, yeah, we can make it 4 categories. We can make the light dark feminine and then the light dark masculine. But like men don't really do that. It's usually the women that are like going into some type of you know what I mean? It's almost as if, like, we need to justify our femininity, but anyway, I digress. I'm changing up my routine because I've noticed that I really want to Hi, Cloudy. I really want to um change the way that I view myself, right? And change, like, the interactions that I'm having, and by doing that, I need to like, say less. You know what I mean? It's like that. It's a mood where I'm like, "Say less." Hi, Lauren. Maybe you guys are on the same path as me. Let me know. If not, that's totally fine. But I'm definitely in this mood where I have nothing to say. If somebody is giving me, or if I see in my circumstance that somebody is reflecting something that I don't prefer anymore, then I am literally taking that as it just needs to catch up. Like, my reality just needs to catch up because I can no longer react to the circumstances the way that I used to in the past. And it's not even that bad. Like, honestly, I'm looking at it, I'm like, "Okay, we're not even it's not that deep." Everybody is, like, really nice to me, and, like, you guys are amazing too. Like, I feel like I have a really excellent protection and, like, an aura bubble, whatever you wanna call it, I feel like I'm protected from so much, and even the people that like you guys, seriously. Like, I think about the people who follow me and that comment on my live, like, are like angels, like angel I don't know how to express it. It's like I feel like I have a very rare audience that is very lovely. So, yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, I hope that I say it enough, but I really do appreciate you guys. Um, but yeah, just using that as an example. Like, I feel like my self-concept is pretty good, but then also recognizing that there may be some like experiences that I have that I just give too much energy to. Like, I just simply give it too much energy. And like even today, I was talking to somebody and they were like on some they were like they were somewhere else. They were somewhere else that I was not. And I'm like, "Listen, I'm about to watch my fashion vlogger, okay, my favorite fashion vlogger, and I'm about to chill out and I'm gonna do my makeup and just soak in this time. I'm gonna have my drink afterwards, my health drink with all the greens, the spirulina and chlorella stuff in there, and the algae. I'm gonna have my broccoli and all of that good stuff after this, and I'm just gonna chill out. Like, I can't even I can't even handle it." So, um, definitely entering this era of caring more about how I feel, and I do give that type of credit to the meditation that I've been doing. Also, when I do the meditation, then I feel like I'm led to do other things, such as you guys know, I did the gratitude list and I've been doing the gratitude list. That's really helping me. It's also making me realize that I have a lot of resources in my life that I don't think that I'm utilizing, and until I use that energy up, um, God, source is not going to give me more of it. So, for example, like my mom, she has so many clothes, guys, and like she has so many clothes that it's I love her. I love her. But, like, I'm not that way. I am very, I like to buy very high quality things, and even if it takes me a while to, like, purchase the very expensive item, then I'll do that, but I'll have, like, a smaller amount of things. I don't wanna call it minimalism because I feel like that word is overused, but it is along those lines, whereas she is the exact opposite, and I'm like, "You know what? This is a good example of, like, she does not mind if I wear any of her sweaters because it's sweater season, okay? Let's get into it." I'm like, "Let me wear it." Like, let me get into it. I'm not even like, come on. Um, I just yeah, I'm just in a different feeling zone where I'm like, I have so much. I have so much. And then social media, love social media. Love talking to you guys. Okay. If I did not have social media, then I would not be able to connect with people. And so I find a lot of value in it. Here's my butt. Here's the booty cheeks, okay? But, social media will always make you feel like there's more. Like, there's more that you could have, there's more things to want to have. And like, seeing so many different lives, people, millions, billions of people on a platform, and then you're like, "Wow, there's just" it's overwhelming, and then you can kind of get into this rat race of feeling like, um, since there is this available and, like, since I know that they have this, then I wanna have that as well. Like, keeping up with the Joneses, essentially. It's like, it puts you in this weird state. So, another thing that I'm doing, switching up, and this is just take what resonates and then leave what doesn't. But like my I would say that out of all the platforms, YouTube is the least stressful for me. Like YouTube is just I'm sitting back, I'm catching up with you guys. We're having a good old time. Instagram is something else though. Instagram Instagram does something else. So I think all of the platforms that don't serve me in the moment that I'm in right now and in the energy that I'm in right now, I need to like happily say, okay, bye. I need to happily say, I release you. And like I'll post every now and then, but something that I realized the other day, I saw this video and it was really good. This guy was talking about how he's a professional photographer. And this was when Instagram was going through their phase of like, um, getting rid of a lot of the bots, and so people were losing followers, but they were like, what's happening? Like, I'm not seeing growth and stuff." So this professional photographer was like, he created a video on YouTube about how his phone is completely blank, and he has very few apps. I think he has his phone app, he has the iMessage app, and then he has something else like his settings or something, and a couple of other ones, but you get the point. He has like just a black wallpaper and very little apps, and he doesn't have anything else. And then he uses his computer for all of his catching up in social media. And I was like, hot dog, that actually sounds like something I could do. And I was thinking to myself, okay, you guys remember it was like a hot month or two ago when I was posting every single day. I was not on, I did not have the Instagram app or the TikTok app. Those are just like my two that you can spend a lot of time on those things, okay? And you have very little control of what is popped into your face, right? With YouTube, you can click on things and you can choose to watch a video. But with Instagram, you're scrolling, you don't have choice. You're very limited and like it takes away your power. So I was like, you know what? Since I keep doom scrolling and doing all this stuff, let me put it in a way for me, myself, and I that I can easily digest this information and like have more control over it, which means not being able to so swiftly and quickly um, access the apps. So I'm gonna put it on my computer, like, I'm gonna have the access on my computer, but I feel like it just takes a bit more energy. So that's one thing that I'm shifting in my routine, a very tactical, something like very physical thing that I'm changing in my routine. And let me look at some of these comments here. I feel like when negative things come up, it's old news from fears that were in the past. The 3D will catch up. Exactly. Exactly. So now I'm experiencing things where I'm like, "Mm, I get the choice. It's my choice now. Okay, I'm in the driver's seat. Hello." And this experience that I'm having right now is just the old story, literally. Like I'm not gonna read into this. I'm not gonna look into this. And I've actually spent so much time and energy putting energy into making sense of things. You know? I feel like, maybe this hits home because it's hitting home with me. But like I I expect and I know that the people that watch my videos on a very are on a level of understanding that causes you to be very aware. Okay, there's a lot of self-awareness on this channel. The people that watch it, the people that comment, the people that are like that are here. And so usually I've found that overthinking, that having this hyper sense of self-awareness causes you to think like, "Oh, am I doing something wrong? Oh, is there something more that I could be doing? Oh, is what does this mean? Like, what do you mean?" For almost every single like experience. And I'm like, what would happen? What would happen if maybe would it cause more or less resistance if I looked at the experience, at the situation, and didn't put meaning on it? Didn't associate myself personally to the situation? And I had my answer. Right when I asked the question, the answer was that you would have less resistance. So I'm like, okay, so I actually don't need to go about this in such a like, of course, working on your self concept, working on yourself, and caring more about how you feel is the name of the game. So if that's the name of the game, caring more about how you feel and letting your state of being matter and not the circumstances, and that literally means that if a circumstance happens to you, if there's a negative or unpreferred circumstance or experience happening for you, it's up to you to assign neutral or valueless meaning to it. Valueless meaning to it. I get how that's a paradox, but I trust that this makes sense. It's just like looking at a situation and being like, okay, that happened. All right, moving on. Like moving on, moving on. We got to get the energy going because like we got to move on. Also, a little story for you guys. Do I even want to share this? Hold on. Just give me a second because this experience that I had, I'll share this and then I'll answer any questions, and then that'll be all. If you guys have been following me, you know that I have been doing acting for probably going on 2 years now. So I moved to LA, got an agent through intention, just like writing down a list of what I wanted, being in detail, clarifying, got an agent. Agent is bomb. Like like does she even sleep? I don't know. But I just remember, which is hard by the way. Well, it's not hard, but like finding somebody that like really believes in you and like is working just like all the time, right? Like I appreciate them so much. I love my agency. So I find this agency and I'm doing all these auditions. And I worked a lot with this one company for over a year. But when it came to other auditions, other casting directors, doing submissions just in general, nothing, nothing. So it got to the point where I was doing like 5 to 7 auditions in a week. Like that's unheard of, guys. Like literally, I was on my manifesting game. I was on my scripting game, okay? And the people that were coming into my life, such a blessing. And then I got to the point where I was like, "Wait a second. The auditions aren't like I'm not like the auditions aren't getting booked. Like we need to see the bookings, like we need to be booked and busy." Even though I was working at a corporate job and so here's what happened. I was working a corporate job and then I started getting so many auditions that it was like the energy of the auditions was like overwhelming and I was like, "Okay, well let me since I'm already doing this and since I'm in this momentum, then I'll be booking and I'll be able to make this my full time." Right? Right? It sounded good. It sounded good in my head. But 150, I think I checked, yeah, it was last night. I checked 150, 150 auditions later. And I had only been working with that one company. Granted, guys, it was a big company. So like I was able to work with that, right, for the time that I was in LA. But then I moved back here and I'm like, all right, I need to shift my assumptions. I literally need to shift my assumptions because I'm just doing these auditions and I'm feeling so down about myself. Like I genuinely was like I remember I had an anxiety attack. I had a panic attack right before doing an audition because I was so like fearful. And so I felt so hopeless. That's a word. It wasn't even fear. It was straight up the lowest, the lowest vibration of like hopelessness. Like I do not create my own reality. This is just so so I'm sitting there and I'm just like, "Okay, fine." So you know what? When I moved back to Vegas, I was like, "What I need to do is I need to just take some time. I need to take some time. I've been working really hard. I've been auditioning so much and not just auditioning, guys, taking classes, getting coaching, getting doing the most, doing the most." And then I was like, "We need to take a break." And I let my agent know this past week, had an audition that I did previously and was like, "Hey, listen, I gotta tell you, we haven't been getting callbacks. Thank you for everything you do, but, like, my energy, something's going on. Something's going on, and I cannot like, I can't wait anymore. I can't wait any longer." And she was like, "Okay, totally get it. Like, we'll pick back up in a couple of months." And I'm like, "Perfect, thank you. You guys are amazing. Like, thank you." And then the audition that I was talking about, the one that I just did, I get a call back for. I sent out the info. "Hey guys, not doing auditions anymore. We're just not doing it. Your girls tapped out right now. Like I need to take a mental reassessment of what my life trajectory is going to be like, okay? Still love acting, still love dancing, still love it all. Still love performing. It's giving Neville Goddard, honestly. Did you guys know that he was an actor and a dancer? Yeah, he danced in New York. But anyway, and then he moved to LA. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like, "Wait a second." So like, seriously, guys, think about this. So 150 plus, because that's not even including the in-person auditions. I did over 150 auditions within, like, the past year. Like, let's boil it down to, like, 10 solid months of doing those auditions. And it takes a lot out of you, right? And you're really grateful for the auditions. You're grateful that your headshot is doing something. But then when you do the audition, then it's not going any further than that. And this is why actors talk about, like, the struggle and doing all that stuff. I know that some people don't have that experience. I know people personally that haven't gone through as much, like, turmoil, like the struggle, and then I know some people personally that have. So I'm like, okay, well, if I create my own reality, then I don't want to be so down on myself. And as soon as I told them that I didn't, like, I wanted to take a break and that I'm just gonna chill out and, like, kind of reassess things, maybe take on like a 9 to 5. Like, I don't even know, just whatever the universe has for me. And then I get a call back. And I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to share that with you guys because detaching is so real. And I look back in my life on times when I truly detached, like, absolutely leave me alone. I don't even want this desire anymore. I'm good. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to do my own thing. And then it's chasing me down. And then all of a sudden you're getting results and you're like, this is interesting. This is interesting. It's just interesting. I got to a point where I said, I'm going to be okay if I don't book things. I'm just gonna be okay. Whereas before, I was like, this is going to be, like, what I get into. And yeah, and another thing too. So Lauren, you said you might like Amanda Flaker on her. Why is it so? Oh, because I need to tighten it. On her podcast, she talks about the energy of social media. Yeah. Yeah, I can believe that. I've always noticed during times that I'm, like, really on point with things and that I'm being creative and that I'm so there's 2 divisions. You have consuming and then creating. And when I'm consuming 80% and creating 20%, I feel so off. I feel so off when I'm and not that it's like, if you consume a lot, then that's fine too, but you'll notice a difference. You'll notice a shift when you start to create more than you consume. And this doesn't need to necessarily be on social media, it just means in your life. Like, if you're spending your days on social media, then you're consuming and you're overthinking. The opposite of meditation is social media. Let's just say that. Like, the opposite of clearing your mind would be hopping on a social media platform. Okay. And it's not, I have nothing against, like, a certain platform. I'm just saying as a whole, like, it's designed to capture your attention. It's designed to make you want things. So during the times that I've created the most content for you guys, the most content for myself, have been in a creative energy. I dance more around the house. I take more dance classes and stuff. It's when I'm consuming less and doing less social media because I'm not, one, comparing myself, two, seeing, like, what's out there and, like, there's just so much out there, right? I mean, it's great. It's great. If you want inspiration, it's totally great. But how much of that inspiration are we actually acting on? Like, I can't even tell you. It's probably 20% of the videos that I actually see that I'm like, "Oh, I can use this or add it to my routine, make it a part of my life." You know what I mean? It's interesting. Can we have a moment for the for the eyeshadow? So the eyeshadow is Kevin Aucoin or Acon no, Aucoin. I think that's how you say his last name, and it's 204. How do I know that? 204. I got that a while back too, years ago. But yeah, okay, I'll answer any questions if you guys have any, but, definitely noticing when I'm in the energy and when I'm Focused on what I want. Aquan. Yes, 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 yes. Aquan. Mhm. Yes, you are correct. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, 'cause sometimes I butcher people's names, so thank you for clarifying. Um, yeah, social media and again, there's pros and cons to everything, and it's just about getting yourself to buckle down and to focus, and I think that we have more focus in the simple things too. Like, when I'm doing my gratitude list, I'm noticing that the gratitude that I have are for not the grandiose things. It's, like, the very small things in my life, and even when, because before I retire to bed, I always think about the best thing that happened to me so that I can, like, create while I'm sleeping, and I think about the best thing that happened in my day. This is also a good way to revise. So I think about the best thing that happened in my day, and it's something that you can't even put a price on. Like last night, for example, it was watching Pretty Woman with my mom. You can't even put a price on that. Like, you can't put monetary a measurement on that. It's like priceless stuff. So, yeah, I'm just gonna keep focusing on that, and then we'll see. I'm excited. I'm excited for tomorrow and to give you guys an update, and yeah. If Hi, Mike. If you guys don't have any more questions, though, I think I'm going to end it here and go and eat, go and break my fast. Yeah. And I also have some really fun stuff in store for you guys. Also, I believe it's PB, my subscriber. He has not given me his money information, his Zelle or Venmo or any of that. So if you're watching this, please give me your information so that I can give you last month's monetary value, the little contribution. But that's all that I have. That's all I have. Have some fun stuff in the beginning, or not in, well, in this upcoming month. But then I also was thinking, okay, so let me just say it now because I think it would be cool for us to do this. And maybe it'll give you guys time since it's November 9th. I'll mention it once here and then I'll make a proper video for it. But I think it would be very cool if we did the 30-day challenge from The Magic, which if you guys have not heard The Magic, it's written by Rhonda Burns. It's a very, 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 very powerful book. It's a book on gratitude, which best way to get you in the state of receiving. It's a book on gratitude and it helps you shift your focus on things that you have abundance in your life with. And I've done this book probably 2 or 3 times in my life, and usually when I make that shift and do it for the 30 days, I can manifest a lot of things. The first time that I did it, I manifested a bonus in my job at the job I was working at. I had, not a boyfriend, but I had, like multiple suitors, right? So I was just like dating. I was like dating a lot and just meeting new people. And I was also just like my family, my friends, all of that was really flourishing. And there's different activities that you can do in that book that will help you focus on different aspects of your life. So there's one for family, there's one for friends, there's one for like overall gratitude. I've heard people manifest jobs from doing this book, also relationships as well. But yeah, so I think that we should do that for the beginning of December because then that would just be perfect. It would start off the year. It would like start off the beginning of the new year on a strong note because by the 30 days, your vibration, you completely shift. Like your lifestyle will be different. I can guarantee it. I actually guarantee it. It's that book is just as powerful as some of the Neville Goddard content I've read. So it's more powerful than I would say The Secret is. Um, yeah. If anybody, that's the book that I would recommend to somebody who's not interested in any biblical information. Like, if they're not really int although even in that book, like, in most of the self-help books, like the ones that I've read, like even Napoleon Hill, like, they usually are quoting stuff from the Bible. You really can't get away from it, actually. Most of the books, Rhonda Burns, even if it's just like a little passage or like a little quote that they have at the beginning of the book, it's usually rooted in scripture, which I find to be really cool. So, no escaping it. You could just like read the Bible and then we could do something like that too and do like a big shift reading different books from the Bible. But but I feel like the magic would be really cool. So maybe I'll do like a giveaway and give some books away and stuff. True. Doing a month of inner spiritual practice can make such a difference. Yes. Hmm. All right. Well, I I think I'm finished. I'm a religious person, but I love listening to both sides. Yeah. Yeah. I really appreciate, especially now as an adult, I really, really appreciate how my parents taught me growing up. I mean, I would do it the same. And people that are affiliated with religious practices, they have they have like a certain discipline or like a certain foundation that's like it's really strong. Not all of them, I won't say for everyone, but I will say that the people that I've met in my life that I've been blessed to meet and that I'm very grateful for having impact me, they've always been very strong. Um, yeah, they've always had very powerful energy. All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow and take care. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to the convention. So I'll give you guys updates. And then I'm going to see Bashar on Saturday. Okay, period. Okay. Love you guys. Talk to you later.